Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's talk about something I think a lot of us have felt. You know you need to exercise, you want to get fit, but every time you do, your joints just scream at you. It's that classic catch-22, right? Well, today we're going to dig into the science that shows you how to heal your body and lose fat, but without all that high-impact punishment. So, let's dive right in with what I like to call the exercise paradox. I mean, does this sound familiar? You finish a workout, and instead of feeling great, your knees are just aching. You know you're supposed to be exercising for your health, for weight management, but when it just hurts, it feels like you're totally stuck between a rock and a hard place. And you've got these two conflicting messages, right? On one side, you have the fitness gurus screaming, push harder, go big, or go home. No pain, no gain. But then, there's your body. And your body, especially your knees, is whispering, or maybe shouting, ouch, this is just too much. I can't keep this up. But what if there's another way? A way to get those fantastic results without punishing your body? What if, and stick with me here, the gentler path was actually the more powerful one? Well, let's look at the science because it's pretty amazing. And here is the hero of our story: low to moderate intensity aerobic exercise. Now, it turns out the science is really clear on this. Gentle, consistent movement isn't some weak second-best option. Nope, it's an incredibly powerful tool for both healing your joints and reshaping your body. And listen, this isn't just me saying this. This is backed by serious research. A huge review from 2024 in a journal called Frontiers in Physiology basically calls this kind of exercise a core and safe approach for dealing with knee pain and dysfunction. It's the real deal. Okay, so how does this actually work? How can gentle exercise literally heal our joints? Let's get into the nitty-gritty science of repair, and we'll focus on a really common issue: knee osteoarthritis. All right, now don't let this diagram scare you. I know it looks like a lot, but the main idea behind it is actually super simple. The right kind of movement literally flips switches inside your body. It shifts you away from a state of inflammation and pain and moves you into a state of healing and repair. So the key players in this whole process are these tiny things called cytokines. The easiest way to think about them is like they're your body's little chemical messengers. They're like traffic lights for inflammation. Some of them scream, red light, attack, inflame, while others send a green light, all clear, time to heal and repair signal. And this is where the magic happens. Gentle exercise does two incredible things at once. First, it dials down the volume on those attacker cytokines, the ones causing all the pain and swelling. And second, it ramps up the healer cytokines, the ones that actually protect your cartilage and tell your body to start repairing itself. So you're literally getting less of the bad stuff and more of the good stuff. But wait, there's more. It's not just about tackling inflammation. This kind of exercise also helps you manage your weight, which takes a huge amount of physical pressure off your knees. The gentle movement also stimulates your cartilage to stay healthy. And maybe most importantly, it builds up the muscles in your legs. Think of those muscles as your own personal built-in shock absorbers.
Okay, so it's a total game changer for joints. Got it. But I know what you're thinking. What about fat loss? I mean, that's a huge reason many of us exercise in the first place, right? Can a gentle approach really, truly move the needle?
You know, we've all heard it a million times. HIIT, high-intensity interval training, is the king of fat loss. It's the only way to go. Well, a fascinating study from Rowan University decided to put that to the test. They asked a simple question. For people dealing with obesity, what's actually better for losing fat? High intensity or low intensity? The results, well, they might just surprise you. So let's just look at the raw numbers here. After 6 weeks, the group that did the slow and steady, low-intensity training, they saw a drop in body fat that was statistically significant. That's the key phrase. The HIIT group, they lost a little bit, sure, but the result wasn't strong enough to be considered statistically significant. And this chart just makes it crystal clear. Look at that. The bar for the low-intensity training shows a bigger and, more importantly, more significant drop in body fat. For this group, slow and steady absolutely won the race. So why? What's the secret sauce here? Well, the researchers said it themselves. It comes down to one simple word: adherence. You can have the best workout in the world, but if you can't stick to it, it's useless. And the truth is, the best exercise is the one you can actually do day in and day out. For a lot of people, that's the gentler path. All right, we've seen the science behind healing and fat loss. Now for the fun part. Let's turn all this great info into a simple, practical action plan you can literally start using today.
So this isn't guesswork. This is the prescription based on a whole bunch of studies. Here's what you do. Aim for 3 to 4 workouts a week. Each one should be somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes. And for intensity, here's the golden rule. You should be able to hold a conversation. If you're so out of breath you can't talk, you're pushing too hard. And the most important ingredient? Consistency. Give it at least 6 weeks to really start seeing and feeling those amazing benefits.
So what does that actually look like? What kind of exercises should you be doing? Well, think anything that gets your heart pumping but is still kind to your joints. Swimming is amazing. Hopping on a stationary bike or an elliptical is perfect. Even just going for a brisk walk or taking the stairs more often. These are all fantastic options. And hey, don't forget about strength. Remember those muscle shock absorbers we talked about? You've got to build those up. And you don't need to be jumping around to do it. Classic moves like squats, lunges, planks, push-ups, they are absolutely perfect for building that protective strength around your joints. So let's just end on this one thought. What if the kindest thing you can do for your body is also the most effective thing? What if we've been chasing the wrong goal all along? The science we've looked at today is pretty clear. Maybe it's time to stop thinking that pain and exhaustion are the only signs of a good workout. Maybe, just maybe, the real secret to long-term health, strength, and fat loss is just being consistent and a little bit kinder to yourself.